What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of the year-long loot tab project. October, 10 months down, 2 months to go, saving all of this Slayer loot for the entire year. Only 2 months ago, it has been a long year doing this, taking everything that I get from these Slayer drops, throwing it into the loot tab. Oh man. But about 60 days left or so that we get this done, and then next year we're gonna get rid of it all and see what I made after an entire year of saving. Before we get into today's video, if you didn't know, I do have a merch store. It is over on Etsy. You can find a link to this merch store down in the description of this video or on the channel page for my YouTube channel. Christmas is coming up, the holidays are coming up, so if you're looking for a gift for that special old school RuneScaper in your life, you can check out my merch store. All kinds of cool stuff on there. Recently, I've added a new printer to my arsenal, and I am now able to print full color graphics on any color t-shirt, any color hoodie. New stuff in there. Got the brewery hoodies with Falador, Varrock, and Lumbridge breweries on there. I've also got some other new t-shirts as well. You can see them up flashing on the screen. I've also added some Pokemon stuff to my merch store. There is a specific section in the merch store. You can find that there. Hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, decals, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you have a minute, hop over there, check it out, see if there is something that you might like for yourself or one of your friends, family, or significant other. All right, let's get into October's update. First, I want to preface this by saying this month was awful. Absolutely terrible for me. The worst one that I have definitely had yet. Unique drops, non-existent. Slayer tasks were just awful all month. I think my only boss tasks of the month that I was assigned were 2 Grotesque Guardian tasks and 1 Alchemical Hydra task. That is it. I didn't get anything else really worth doing. Maybe some Calphite Queen in there. I can't remember. It's been a long month, but the XP was bad, the tasks were bad, and I'm not really trying to spend a ton of points skipping tasks to get all the high money ones, because I want this series to be as normal as possible. So I go get tasks. The only ones I skip are the ones that don't make any money. For example, stuff like Suka's. What else doesn't make any money? I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But the ones that don't make money, I don't do those. Those are the ones I skip. Even if it might just be 600k, 1 million GP, I do those tasks because that's like normal Slayer, especially for people that don't have 20,000 plus points like I do to skip all their tasks. So I wanted this series to be, realistic to most of the player base. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start out with my unique drops, and we only have 1 of them from this month, and it's not even that good. I pulled some Dragon Knives from the Alchemical Hydra, 11,352 kill count. I got 726 of them. It ended up being worth 4.1 mil on the drop whenever I sold it in the GE. So that went into the unique drops sold tab. That was on October 10th, and that is it for the month for unique drops. Nothing else. All right, so keeping with our typical video progression for this video series, we'll go ahead and check out the RuneLite tracker now. Nothing too stupendous in here as far as kill count increases. Again, I didn't have many boss tasks. I like to say this every video just in case anybody's tuning in for the first time. All of the stuff on this RuneLite loot tracker, not everything that you see here is everything that I have slayed this year. After a certain amount of time of not having something as a Slayer task or not killing something, it does disappear from your client-side rune tracker and goes to the online archive. You can get to that by going to the RuneLite website, the official one. Make sure you go to the official RuneLite website and logging in there, going to loot tracker, and you can see everything that's on there since your last reset. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Up at the top, Alchemical Hydra. I did manage to get another Hydra task today. I'm recording this video on October 31st. So at the very end of the month, I got another Hydra task. I'm working on that. Why wouldn't I be on a Hydra task at the end of the month? It seems like every month, Hydra, and every month. 5 claws, 8 leathers, still at those counts, still under drop rate for both the claws and the leathers for the year. Third most valuable stack I got is 24,000 dragon bones, 61 mil cash in the 4th slot, and 6,700 battle staves in the 5th slot for the top 5 most valuable stacks from Hydra. 1.09 billion. That's actually down a little bit from last month. Dragon bones are about 700 GP less now than they were at the end of last month. So a lot of money lost there actually on this dragon bone stack. Everything else, lots of stuff, lots of runes, blood runes, deaths, chaos, astrals, lots of alchable stuff in there. So Hydra's still coming right along, hoping to hit at least 8,000 of those kills by the end of the year. Next, we'll go down to some skeletal wyverns, still getting those pretty decent rate. Almost 2,000 killed, 30.1 mil from those. Almost at 8,500 abyssal demons, 15 whips on the year, plus 1 from a superior abyssal demon, so 16 in total. Next, ancient wyverns, killing those two. I would like to have that wyvern visage for the collection log so I can never go back there, just to get that out of the way. 20.5 mil from the ancient wyverns. What else? Oh, I did accidentally open up my first clue scroll on accident throughout the month of October, so I did make it a little over 9.5 months without accidentally opening clue. It was a 536k hard clue, which can't be mad at it, and that was because of the Morton teleports, 11 of those. And I did get a master from it, so the master is just going to chill in the bank until the end of the year when we open everything else and start doing the masters that I get from all the caskets. Looking elsewhere, we've also got Smoke Devils, 4,200 of those almost, 15 occult necklaces in there. Calphite Queens, 424 of those. Oh, I did get a Zulrah task this month, so that was a boss test I forgot that I did have this month. So what, 4 boss tasks, 2 Grotesque Guardians, 1 Hydra, I guess maybe if you count the Hydra task I got today, and 55 Zulrahs. No uniques from Zulrah, but 7.22 mil from the 55 kills, not too bad. And the rest of the stuff in here, pretty normal. Down at the bottom, Rune Dragons, haven't gotten any of those in a while. 36.6 mil on the year, 1,088 killed. So that's it for the update on the Runelight tracker. All right, so next we'll start jumping into the loot and everything. First, we'll take a look at the cash and the runes and some potions that I have elsewhere in the bank outside of the loot tab because I already had spots for them, but I am keeping track of everything over what I started the year with. So that's what you see here. As for the cash, always give this explanation. I started the year with exactly 45 million GP cash. Everything you see here is from cash drops I've picked up along the way, and all of the items that I have alched, I've been using that cash to also buy supplies throughout the year as well. So all of this 76 mil that you see there is over the 45 million that I started with. That 45 mil is in the bank. So this is all the overage. As for runes, the numbers have increased, but the value has actually gone down. 281k chaos, 187,000 bloods, 186,000 deaths, 3,832 wraths, 164k astrals, almost 22k soul runes, 15,400 law runes, and just a little over 5,000 nature runes. All of the super restores you see there, most of those coming from Hydras when I pick those up after the trip is over. Same with the Ceradomin brews, but from Grotesque Guardians, and the ranging potions, I also pick most of those up from Hydra. So let us see how much all of this is worth. And we have got 221.8 million GP. So that is actually about 7 million GP less than it was worth last month, even with the higher rune counts. Some of the prices have been fluctuating and they have dropped, particularly blood runes are about 70 GP each, 70 GP less than they were last month, if I'm looking at that right. Yep, 293 GP each last month when I did this, and 226 now. Death runes about the same price, chaos about the same price. So those blood runes making up a lot of the difference there in the cost. Super restores are also down a little bit, Ceradomin brews as well. So a lot of stuff is down right now, but regardless, 221.8 million that I have elsewhere in the bank outside of the loot tab. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into ye old loot tab, and we have 1,328 million GP in there. Not super impressive when compared to last month. Last month, the value was 1,307 million. So the loot tab is actually only up 21 million GP in this entire month. But again, that is attributed to some items dropping. So all in all, between this loot tab and the items that we just saw previously that are elsewhere in the bank, we're looking at about 1,550 million total. And obviously that is not including what I will get from the Brimstone Keys, the Dark Totems, and opening all the clue caskets at the end of the year. So I'm hoping to increase that quite a bit from all of that as well. In terms of items fluctuations, I'll just start off by saying those dragon bones that have dropped, the stack right now in my bank is worth 80 million GP. This time last month, that stack would have been worth 99 million GP. So I've lost 19 mil on those dragon bones just chilling in the bank, but in the name of content, got to keep it until the end of the year. 736 million of this GP is in that platinum token stack. Normally I'd say we'll take a look at the unique drops sold spreadsheet, but I'm not going to waste the time for the video this month because the only thing we added to that was those dragon knives. So not really worth looking at. 1,133 brimstone keys. Only managed to get one more dark totem this past month because I didn't have many tasks in the catacombs actually. So it was a bad month for that as well. 418 hard caskets, 88 elites. As far as everything else, we can go through some of the big items just to take a look. 3,400 renards, 23 mil, 2,100 snapdragon, 17 mil. What else is worth a lot? Quorum, 6,300 of those, 23 mil. We keep going. What else we got? Snapdragon seeds, 11.3 on those versus the renar seeds, 9.18. We'll take a look at the rune ores, 19.3 mil, rune bars, 22.5. The battle staff stack popping off, 65.5 mil, huge stack there, 7,873 of those. And as we keep going down, we've got again the dragon bones, 80 million in dragon bones there. Hydra pumps out the dragonstone bolts E, 15 mil on those, and the onyx bolts E, 36.3 million on those as well. And if we get down into some other stuff down here, not super stupendous down here at the bottom of the bank, but we've got, what else do we have down here? Some of those Zulrah scales, 3 mil from that task. Everything else, yeah, not really worth talking about in my humble opinion. So yeah, there's the update on the loot tab for the month. Oh yeah, we missed the Addy bars too. 31 mil on the Addy bar stack there. Not too shabby. All right, so again, we're skipping the unique drop sold section of this video because the only thing that I had to add was some dragon knives, so not worth going through that. But we will jump into the other stats that I have been keeping track of. And up on the screen now is the starting XP. This is where I started at for the year. Not super important for right now. Will be super important for the end of this series so we can see where I end up. Next up, we will check out my Slayer tasks. I started the year at 2,626 tasks, currently at 3,357. So I have completed 731 Slayer tasks this year. Not too bad. I was hoping to make it to 1,000, but life comes at you fast, and I just haven't really been able to get as much playtime as I would like to get. Next up, we'll check out the bank value. Started in the area of 7.6 billion. Current bank value is 9.46 billion, giving me a bank value gain of 1.84 billion for the year. And obviously not all of that is attributed to everything that I've gotten throughout the year for Slayer. Items do go up and down. They do fluctuate. And it looks like some of the items are up and they have been staying up throughout the whole year. So got a pretty good bank value gain. Next, we will go ahead and jump into my experience. Again, really crappy month for Slayer tasks, so the experience was definitely lacking. Some of those tasks are long and just not much XP per hour. Plus, you know, like I said, life does come at you fast. Haven't had as much time to play as I would like. But anyways, got to gain almost 1.2 mil attack XP, 200k strength, 117k defense, 1.2 mil HP, only 2 million ranging XP, which is pretty far outside of what I usually get per month. Magic, 168k, 145k prayer experience, and 1.1 million Slayer XP. And down at the bottom there, you can see my total gains for the year. Again, we've got 2 months to go, so I'll still be getting some more experience, getting closer to that 200 mil range XP marks, currently at 176.3 mil, so a little less than 24 million to go. So my friends, that is going to wrap up October's update for the year-long loot tab project. 10 months down, 2 months to go, 60-ish days until the end of this year, and keeping every single drop for a year. I hope that you will join me at the beginning of 2025 so we can check out the live stream of me opening all the clue caskets, doing all the clues, the dark totems, the brimstone keys, and of course I do have some games planned for those of you tuning in on certain nights. We are going to be doing some zombies games in my house. If you don't know what that is, just real quick, everybody comes in my house, I turn off entry, and then I will kick you all out, chasing you you around one by one till the last person remains. We're going to do 2 games of that at the end of the year for 25 million GP apiece for the winner. And you don't have to be subscribed to my channel, you just have to hang out in the stream and wait for your time to shine. So as always, everybody, thank you guys for watching this video and keeping my YouTube channel alive. I know I don't have as much time as I used to put content out, but I still do try. If you do like Pokemon, I've been doing some Pokemon card opening videos. They don't get much views, but I do really enjoy doing those. So whether a few people or a lot of people watch them, I am going to keep doing those. So if you want to check those out, they'll be coming at you as well. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up down below. If you have any questions or comments, you can also leave those down below. I do read most of them. I'd say probably 90% of them, and I do try to respond to as many as I possibly can. With that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.